What is happening, fishing friends? Welcome to another episode. Out tonight for a quick evening session. Meeting old Randall out here. I've only got a couple hours to fish. It's I think going to be a pretty quick day. Evening? Something. Anyway, we're going to try to find some fish. Hopefully we can find a few. It's finally getting a little bit warmer here, so enough yapping. Let's try to find a couple. Come on, fish. Eat a jerkbait.
I came across this bag that I have on my back right now.
I saw that. You got a little hiking bag on you.
It's like 20 bucks.
Hiking.
25 bucks. Something like that.
Oh, there we go. On the pause, talking to Randall. All right, well, maybe more of a pause. Huh? Yerking it. All right, well, I was talking to Randy about his new fancy backpack. And there we go. First one of the night for me on a little floating jerkbait. That's the one I got out of the monster bass box. Cool. Little guy. He wouldn't even go a pound, but we appreciate him. Well, that little guy had grass in his mouth because he doesn't have enough food in here, so they've turned to be herbivores. There's one on the jerkbait, another little guy. All right, well, we found the little dudes. Nothing big yet, but by golly, one on the old jerkbait. We'll take it. Little fella in the grass, come up to eat the Berkley Stunna. Thanks for eating, little dude. Whoa, my golly. He's ready to get out of here. This is, I have no clue what color this is. Kind of like a reflective Tennessee shad. Stunna 112, kind of that brownish green up top, and then the silvery kind of reflective on the bottom. Got one to hit it anyway, but one fish is unfortunately not a pattern. Hopefully we can find a few more out here in the grass, waiting to eat an old jerkbait. There's another one. Back in the corner more, not out as much. Okay. Stay on there, feller. Stay on. All right. A little bit better than our first one. A little jerkbait bite. I'll take that from the bank. That dude's chunky. Pound and a half, or maybe he'd go. All right. All right. Well, I don't really want to mess with... thank goodness I brought my pliers. I didn't want to mess with one of those in the finger. That's never fun. Shallower grass or steeper side. Look at him, man. He's got the mouth on him. Starting to get tubby. Got a belly on him. All right, dude. Well, thank you for eating, my friend. You, sir, are clear to go. Off he goes. All right, well, we found a couple on the Stunna. Will it be a jerkbait day? I would take a full day of jerking it. It's fun to do. I don't get to do it from the bank a lot, but this is a good spot because it's got a really sharp drop off. So if you're trying to throw the jerkbait from the bank in a spot where it's like a real gradual go out, you know, you can work it for a little ways out there, but as you get closer into that, you know, toward land, you just get hung up and snagged and it's going right in the dirt. Like right now, as we got a little bit of vegetation starting to come up, if this was real shallow, you know, right here as it went off, you're just going to get stuck in the plants and stuff all the time. So it's a lot harder to do from the bank than a boat where you're casting shallow and taking it out deep. So trying to run the jerkbait from the bank, you got to find a spot with a good steep drop off. Maybe, just maybe, we'll find a couple more hiding out here somewhere. There's another one right on that pause there. Let it come up a little bit. Well, you can see we're catching only the monsters. Oh no! As I was going to lift him, I was going to say, well, you can see we're only catching the monsters out here. Another little pounder, but that's a good sign. Good bite. I set him down for there for a second and gave him some slack. That's what happens. You lose the daggum fish. There's one. Better one. Oh, nope. Sitting right here in the grass. That would have been 4. I lost that one. Easy there, fella. Not looking to get a hook in the hand. All right, there we go. Another little pounder on the jerkbait. We're not catching monsters out here, but dang it, this is fun. Been 4 daggum fish. I think maybe one day with 5. I think that's 5 on just this one lure right now. 4? Is that 4? I think actually that's 4. Okay, okay. The old jerkbait, huh? Like I said, no big ones up in here yet. I don't know if the big girls are out deeper still. Maybe we'll get one of the big girls getting up in here and catch her slipping. Fall through the old jerkbait and boom, we got an 8-pounder on. Oh, there we go. That's what you want to feel when you're working the jerkbait. The big old pop right back as you go to work your cadence. Awesome. Again, not a big dude, but that's 2 fish in a row. I haven't had 2 fish in a row this year. It's finally working. We're finally catching a few. All right, dude, thank you. All right, there we go, another little guy. I don't think he would go a pound, but it's on the jerkbait, dang it. It has been such a weird, wacky start to a year. Super windy, crazy windy every time I've had a chance to go out, and or raining. Today it looks like it's gonna rain, but so far it's held off. Maybe it'll make for some more fish catching here, but it has been a crazy, cold, weird, strange spring. Definitely not your typical warm up, catching a lot of fish by now. It's been slow for old Debo. There's one that was stuck on a leaf or on whatever sort of vegetation's down there. Stuck on something, I popped it free and he hit it. Oh, I knew he was gonna come off. He had one hook. There we go. Might be our biggest one of the day. 1.5 pound there. All right, dude. He might. Let's see. I'm curious. I thought he was up there closer. Almost. By golly. 1 pound, 14 ounces. Almost a 2-pounder. He's a thick little guy. All right, dude. Well, almost a 2 on the day. We're getting bigger. Thanks, buddy. We appreciate you. Off he goes. All right, well, it took a little bit. Got one more after coming back over here. Look at that. Grass in his mouth and all. Oh, I lost him too. Dang it. 2 that I've lost trying to pull up there. Oh, I made a switch. This side is way more shallow than where I was fishing my, I was gonna say than where I was fishing my jerkbait, but that dude hit it on the fall. Guess there are some fish out here in the grass with the old red lipless. Look at that. Okay, red lipless and jerkbait. Maybe it's a both 1-2 punch, huh? He's hooked kind of weird. Not even big, and he's all. Okay, well, another one added to the tally. Different lure this time. We went red lipless around some of this. He hit on the drop. Over a pound, 1.25 pounds probably. Thanks, dude. All right, well, this has been my best day of fishing this year. I've caught, I don't know how many today. That was first cast in this new spot, just letting it yo-yo and flutter around some of this stuff.
All right, fishing friends, unfortunately that was the end of the trip. A couple casts later, I lost my lure, but so that's what I was throwing, the Berkley Stunna. You can see the specification there. That's the 112 size, 1/2 ounce, 4 and 3/8 inch. Awesome little jerkbait. I've really liked it. And the first time I used it, I noticed the first one I had sunk quite a bit. And I wasn't a big fan. I was like, I want something that suspends a little bit, but it was sinking very, very slowly out there for me using it, and it worked absolutely perfect. So I'll definitely be giving these more of a chance and some more throw time because I really like how it performed. And this color is sick. That's what they call bronze back. Absolute killer, super natural. It's got a little bit of reflection to it. It's got this kind of gold, you know, dark minnowy looking top and then the silver. Really digging the jerkbait. It's got those fusion hooks on it, which as you can see are super duper sticky sharp. And this was perfect for me. This only goes down about 3 to 6 feet. And as a bank angler, that's all you want. And remember, you can also modify how deep your jerkbait will go by your combo. So I drug out the old Metanium. Jim, you know, Tackle Junkie, talks about how this is his favorite reel. I still think I like the Zillion better, but anyway, Metanium is a super nice reel. Would you need this for jerkbaits? Absolutely not. I was just messing around with different stuff. It's funny, I've got that reel. Also, that same day I was using, well, I don't have it, but the Revo SS, a $99 reel I got on sale. Amazon had them on sale for 99 bucks, steal. But anyway, awesome little reel. You know, if you have the money or you're looking into some of the higher end Shimano stuff, they without a doubt have the smoothest, most refined feel out of any of the Baitcasters. Do you need something like that? Absolutely not. However, the rod I really have liked. I've got a couple of these. You've heard me talk about them before. This is the Okuma Guide Select Cranking Rod. Now, this is the 6'9". It's a medium, rated for 8 to 17 pounds, 1/8 to 3/4 ounce lures. So this is a shorter rod, and as you can see, those spots where I was working, I even hit the bush a couple times next to me, even with the shorter rod. So as a bank angler, I would say that if you work a jerkbait or topwaters, anything where you're really working the rod a lot, you know, to move that bait, looking at getting a shorter rod like this. Now, this also has a shorter butt on it, so you can see from, you know, from the butt of the rod to my bicep, you're not going to be banging your arm, you're not hitting your body, so a shorter butt and then a shorter rod length overall really helps for that. Now, the other big tip I'll give you, because I hear people say, well, I can't throw a jerkbait from the bank. It's impossible, it's dumb, you get hung up on everything. I made a little diagram here. I have to give a shout out to Randall. He finally bought me a whiteboard, so if you watch any of my lives, you'll notice people have been asking for a whiteboard that I could put parking lot questions. Randall finally went and picked me up one. So as you can see in the top example here, this is really what you're looking for when you're running a jerkbait. So in my diagram, you can see, let's say the jerkbait gets down to about 5 foot. That's kind of what I was guessing with my rig. I had 12-pound P-line tactical fluorocarbon on there. Whoops. If you want it to run shallower, you go up in line weight. So if I were to go up to 14, 16, 18, it's gonna hinder that jerkbait. It doesn't let it do as much of its action, and it keeps it shallower. On the other end, if you want your jerkbait to go deeper, get as close to that max depth as possible, you want to use a lighter line. So if I were to use 10 foot, it would let it get down a little deeper, or use 8-pound, it would let it get down a little deeper. I think I just said 10 foot. 10 pounds what I meant. Anyway, in this first example, you can see that if I can get my jerkbait out there and get it down to about 5 feet where I've got a good drop off like this, I can work it almost all the way back to the bank in that strike zone. That's optimal. You want a spot with a pretty hefty drop off so you can work that out, because if you look at the second example, this is not what you want. Let's say I can cast it all the way out there, and at the end of that cast, I can get to maybe that 5 foot, and then after that, it just keeps gradually rising up. I'm just going to be digging that jerkbait down into the rocks, to the wood, to, you know, to the grass, whatever is there, and getting in trouble. Now, the first example, I could have made that example even better if I'd have put a little bit of grass just under that 5 foot mark, because I was just barely hitting it in certain spots. And that's why I think it was so effective. You know, good green grass, the bass are probably sitting in that waiting to ambush, and I was bringing that jerkbait just barely over them. Would it have been as effective if I was in, you know, 12 feet of water and this was only getting to 5? Would they have come up to eat it? You know, maybe if they're suspended, I don't know. But for bank anglers out there, don't write off the jerkbait. I'm telling you, year after year, I've had success with it. You know, not only in the John boat, but also from the bank. You've just got to find those spots with a more, you know, more of a drop off, you know, more of a steep drop where you can get that jerkbait out and work it all the way back to you. So leave a comment below and let me know if this helps you. If there's a specific lure you'd like to see me go in depth with, you know, showing catch footage, showing rigging, doing all that, putting it together, heck, maybe even using the whiteboard, because as silly as the stick figures look, it does show a really good, you know, example of showing kind of the contours I was talking about. It's hard to explain if you don't have that. So comment below and let me know what you would like to see. Now, today's subscribed fishing friend is my guy, Kraken Bass. Brother, thank you for always watching and commenting. I see in your lives, I see in the videos. I appreciate it a ton, so thank you, and everybody else who continues to support me. Again, I would not be here, no YouTuber would be here if it wasn't for all their subscribed fishing friends, their fans, the people that watch and make them who they are. And I don't think enough people give the thanks that are due to the people that watch. So guys and gals out there who watch, thank you all so much. It's late, I gotta get editing, so thank you all for watching again. Until next time.